My favorite off-ice memory was definitely the bus ride to Johnstown, watching movies with the team and eating on the way back.
When Anthony slammed one of our teammates at the swimming party.
My favorite off-ice memory would have to be the dinner over at Sikora's house when we had the fire after, and the cop showed up, told us to keep the flame down because his neighbors called, and Jake Hickey decided to take his bushes and make himself the Statue of Liberty and yell at Sikora's neighbor.
Probably whenever Jake Hickey lit the bushes on fire after the police left at Ryan Sikora's house.
My favorite off-ice memory would be the taking the bus to Johnstown.
Favorite off-ice moment from this season would have to be the Goob's house at the beginning of the season. Just having fun in the gym room and the weight room and everything, and some of the little fights that went on in the games we played in the pool and everything. It was a good team building and preseason time together.
Favorite off-ice memories, definitely the team cookouts. That was the best. Team dinners over each other's houses. It was just a great experience and very good team bonding.
Showers.
My favorite off-ice memory this season would be the pasta dinner at Sikora's house where the cops eventually got called on us.
My favorite game has been against TJ because we have a lot of fans there and just have been crazy games.
My favorite team win was Freeport because we were a huge underdog and we kind of dominated the game, and some funny stuff happened with the fans and everything.
The favorite team win would have to be the first game against TJ because we really took it to him and beat our big rival.
Against TJ because we had a nice crowd and scored a nice Gino on them.
I would say my favorite team win was the Freeport game because we went into the locker room tied 2-2 and then we came out fast flying and made it 6-2 real quick.
Favorite team winner this year is definitely TJ because I played for South Park this is my 3rd year and we've never beat them. We're really come close. So I would definitely say TJ, especially Kyle's goal. It was a big turning point in that game.
Thomas Jefferson by far. The atmosphere on the ice, the crowd, it was just like the rivalry between TJ and South Park has been huge. So it was a great win.
Favorite team win would probably be TJ. It was a really close game and everyone was pumped about the win.
I would say probably against the TJ game, and everyone loves beating TJ.
Coach Rick definitely needs anger management classes because he makes us skate for no apparent reason. So
Probably Rick because he breaks sticks off the boards and no one else is really that angry.
Coach Rick is going to need court-ordered anger management because he is the mixture of Mr. Clean and a Sour Patch Kid. He'll be nice to you one minute, and then the next minute he's screaming at you like he wants to blow your house off the map.
Coach Rick by the amount of sticks he breaks.
That coach would be Coach Rick because he screams a lot and skates us a lot.
Coach Rick is definitely going to be the coach that has court-ordered anger management classes because he's always yelling, breaking things. Kind of seems like he's bipolar sometimes because he can be laughing one minute and then throwing sticks the next. So
Definitely Coach Rick. Coach Rick, he can go from being a happy soul all the way to just like throwing a stick across the ice, yelling at us, making us do suicide. So definitely Coach Rick.
I'd have to think on that. That might be Rick. Might be Rick.
Yeah, absolutely Rick.
the best agitator on the ice has to be Coach Rick's son, Lanitz.
Gunth is the best agitator because he's mean to everyone.
Langus is definitely the best agitator on the ice. He can just say things that get under your skin so easily.
Lanitz.
The best agitator on the ice is Hunter Lanetz.
Lanitz is definitely the best agitator on the ice. Sometimes I have to laugh at some of the things he says on the ice and comes up with because it's pretty clever.
Lannis by far. If you can't hear him chirping from the stands, he has some very intense chirps.
That's no question. Hunter Lannett's right there.
I want to say Atlanta for that one.
I'm gonna try and make myself a better team player and get along with the team a little better.
I'm gonna listen to whatever the coach tells me to do because we showed in the last game if we do what he tells us to do, we can stay in the game, and when we get away from that, we're not gonna do as good.
I'm gonna try to commit to staying healthy and getting my shoulder back to normal so we can have a long run in the playoffs.
Just being supportive.
Work hard and listen to the coaches.
I'll probably just try to do my best, do what the coaches ask, always work hard. Try and motivate my teammates to do the same thing. It's more of a team effort than it would be a single, so one person can't do something to make the team progress, so everybody's going to have to do it. But personally, I'll just try to motivate everybody else and do my best.
Definitely got to work as hard as possible, keep a positive atmosphere on the bench, and listen to what coach says.
Stop every puck I see.
I'm just going to do whatever I can and work as hard as I can to make sure everyone gets better out there.
Shane Walker definitely has the strangest pregame superstitions because he eats Skittles before every game and sits in the corner and listens to music.
Shane eats Skittles before every game and in between periods.
Shane definitely has the weirdest thing to do before a game when he eats his bag of Skittles before a game, and I just don't understand it.
Shane, he just sits in the corner, listens to his headphones, eats Skittles, and he used to wear his Jesus Saves shirt before every game.
That would be Shane because he eats Skittles before the game for good luck.
Shane has the weirdest pregame rituals. He has to have a bag of Skittles before every game, and then he will randomly take his headphones off and just scream the time while coach is talking. So Shane has some pretty weird ones.
Definitely a tough tie between Lannett's and Shane Walker. Lannett's eats like pre-workout before the games. We're all like looking at him like that's not healthy, but then you look at Shane and he's just like munching on Skittles.
I would say Lance again for that one, yeah.
Not really quite sure who spends the most time in front of the mirror in the locker room.
Justin Hickey always has to fix his hair before a game.
Coach Derek definitely spends the most time in front of the mirror in the locker room, but he's so short, all he does is try to jump because he can't see above the sink.
Jake Kwolek spends the most time in front of the mirror.
Kwolek spends the most time in front of the mirror because you never know what he has going on after the games. He probably has like 6 dates after every single one, so I mean, definitely him.
I would have to go with Jake Kwolek, always fixing his hair up so he looks good on the ice for his woman.
I'd have to say Kwolek. I can see him doing that.
I'll say Justin Hickey for that one.
I think Bethel Blade Runners definitely has some of the worst locker rooms because some of the doors don't even have locks on them and the showers are kind of disgusting.
Blade Runners has the worst locker rooms because we can never fit our full team in there.
Every locker room at every rink sucks because it smells like hockey.
Ice Connections, whenever we played Deer Lakes, they had so much copper in their water.
Bethel Park because their locker rooms are small and their showers are crappy.
I'm going to have to say the old Belmont locker rooms. Before they redid the place and you had the big, nice locker rooms, you have to used to walk on concrete to get into the bathroom, so you could never go in between periods, and it was real small and people were sitting on top of each other and in the middle of the room and standing, so it was pretty bad out there.
Hands down, Ice Connection up in Butler. Those showers, the locker room, all just seemed like a prison cell.
Worst rink was Ice Connection. The roof was really low on the ice, and the locker rooms are just so nasty.
I would say either the Mount Lebanon rink or Blade Runners.
My words to underclassmen would definitely be to play every game like it's your last, and give every game 100%.
You should do everything the coach tells you to do because he knows what's best for you, and if you do what he tells you to do, you'll probably win a lot more.
The advice to underclassmen is definitely work hard at everything you do and practice how you want to play, because your practice definitely translates to the games. And
Work hard like every game's your last.
It goes fast, so enjoy it.
Just work hard, play like it's your last game. Everybody says it comes fast, and it does. I've played for 3 years, and it doesn't feel like it's over, and now I'm down to my last 6 or 7 games. So just live it up while you can and play as hard as you can.
Enjoy every minute of it, guys. It goes by in a blink of an eye. I still remember the first game I ever played against Peters Township, and it feels like last week, and I'm already coming to the end of my senior season.
Just play every game like it's your last, because you never know when your last game's going to be.
Just work as hard as you possibly can, and just listen to whatever the coaches and captains tell you.
I'd like to thank my parents for all the time, money, and long drives to some of the places, not only just for South Park but also for SPHA. And I've been playing for 9 years, so that's been a lot of stuff they put into this sport.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, for contributing so much time and money to my hockey career. It's been so much fun, and I'm so grateful you could do it for me.
I want to thank my mom and dad for all the time and money they've put into every sport I played, no matter what it was, and they followed me pretty much all over the state, going to Hershey and all the rinks everywhere. They've been my biggest support group for 4 years now.
Thanks for driving me and putting all their money in financially, and my dad for having good insurance, because I go to the hospital a lot.
Thanks for paying for hockey, taking me to the practices, and dealing with me.
Just want to say thank you for all the money, time, energy spent into taking me to hockey, paying for hockey, all the traveling we've done for both teams this year, everywhere we've been. I know it's hard for you guys, but I really appreciate it, so thank you.
Thanks for supporting me all throughout middle school and high school hockey. Like, before I could even drive, you guys would drive me to and from the rink, to and from for games, practices, everything. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Thank you for support and all the money from the goalie stuff that you have to pay for. And I just want to thank the coaches for dedicating their time, and the parents, and helping us in the organization. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank my parents for all the time they've put into me and all the care that they've given into the sport.